Okay, so after my last video, I treated myself to a nice 3-week break from content creation.
Please forgive me.
So I'm back with another low effort video. So there's been a lot of stuff that's being uncovered about MrBeast, and I want to go over it. So Feastables, the chocolate bars that are pretty generic and overpriced, you know them, you might love them. Well, we've had a claim, which is not confirmed, that MrBeast is using child labor to create his chocolate. Okay, hold up. This is incredibly concerning, to put it lightly. So the YouTuber that made this claim, honestly, showed that the Feastables website used to have a section in their FAQ section which proudly states that they are child labor free and slave labor free. They also added a dedicated page to their website titled "We Are Slave Free," and this was in April of 2023, which is basically just them going on about how they don't use child labor or slave labor to make their product. And you could find this at the bottom of any page on the website. But in October of 2023, this page was nowhere to be found. And the FAQ section about being child and slave labor free is also gone. Like, removing these marks from your product after a while is literally diabolical. Like, this also goes to show how the whole team were aware that child labor and slave labor both exist in the chocolate industry and still decided to take advantage of it. Like, switch on. So much for being a philanthropist. If all of this is true, then this is downright, like, screwed up. Like, we've just seen another so-called saint go corrupt. Petition for MrBeast to go back to making worst intros on YouTube videos. And personally, I think that DJ Khaled comments on this topic the best.
Another one.
So, Armistly also pointed out how MrBeast company also got a certification from the Rainforest Alliance, as seen on their website. And how once you have this certification, you're allowed to use it on all your products. So why don't they use the Rainforest Alliance logo on their products? If they are truly child labor free, then why not use the logo? It'll boost your sales by a lot, right? Armistly pointed out that if they had the logo on the chocolate bar and then removed it the next day, that people would notice instantly. But instead, they decided to only put their child labor free crap on the website because no one would read it. That's what he thinks, at least. This is some concerning stuff. But it's all still allegations at this moment in time. So I'll be keeping up to date with this info when Jimmy decides to speak out, or when I decide to come back from another 3-week break. Moving on from this, Jake Weddle, a contestant in MrBeast's solitary confinement challenge. Jake spoke out about how he was essentially tortured, not allowed to sleep, made to run a marathon without prior training, all on top of the pressure to stay in the challenge. And Jimmy actually saw this and reached out to Jake and wanted to make things right. Jimmy apologized and offered him the prize money he would have won if he stayed the whole challenge. $190,000, by the way. Personally, I think this was really respectful of Jimmy. Like, after dehumanizing a contestant, it's really the least you could do, isn't it? After this, there has been an uproar in the community about MrBeast's association with literal criminals and letting them contend in the video. One of the most recent ones has been about how, for MrBeast's Insane Asylum video, that one's got a few views, Jimmy hired an RSO, a registered offender, nicknamed Delaware, to contend in the challenge. By the way, the victim of Delaware was 11 years old, which is fucking insane. Oh my god. Now, my first thought when discovering this was along the line of how hard is it to background check people before hiring them? Like, seriously, dude, it's a simple fucking process. Until I figured out that Jimmy and his mother, named Sue, whose name is rather fitting, honestly, knew about this when hiring him and said, yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Spoiler alert. A lot of shit. This isn't the first criminal that Jimmy has associated with either, which is like, what? Apparently, according to Rosanna Pensino on Twitter, a man named Armani Izzati was picked as a contestant for the first round of Beast Games. This man had been previously charged with over 20 counts for battery, kidnapping, pandering, and robbery, and pled guilty. What the fuck? Like, is Jimmy allergic to background checks? This motherfucker's collecting crimes like the Infinity Stones. This was also confirmed by 5 of the contestants from the first round of Beast Games. So this isn't even up for debate. It's just straight up like, what the actual hell were you thinking, Jimmy? And the only reason this man got out from the first round is because he was sleeping near female contestants and acting inappropriately. Oh my days. It's like when they were choosing contestants, Jimmy was like, who would be a good contestant for the first round of my Beast games that involves both male and female contestants sleeping near each other? Oh, I know. Dude, for real. This one was an excellent choice, Jimmy. Good going, bro. And I've actually just read online, and people are saying that apparently the team didn't have enough time for background checks, which if the games were not like being monitored like continuously, could have resulted in something really, really bad happening, which thank God nothing that was too bad did occur. Like, let's conduct some background research on our contestants from now on. Maybe? Like, just a thought, you know? Now, Rosanna also posted a tweet saying how he was believed to be on the green team in the challenge and actually got a lot of camera time throughout the challenge before they obviously found out, like, he was a proper offender. It's almost like Jimmy thinks that he's out of options for MrBeast's videos and he's like, oh, dang it, dude. We've got to hire another sex offender. Oh, fuck. Whatever. It'll be fine. Like, no one is making you scrape the literal bottom of the barrel for contestants. Like, I'll happily compete in like a last to drink water wins challenge. I'd happily do that. Now, Rosanna posted another tweet saying how the crew did a psych evaluation on all the contestants. Wait for it. After the first round, which, yeah, smart move, but maybe do it before the first round, you know? And allegedly, they are inviting back people that got eliminated in the first round and also are eliminating contestants that passed the first round? Like, what? Like, why change the results of the game's outcome? Like, in my opinion, that's super freaking lame. Now, Rosanna made another tweet saying she's heard rumors from people working close with MrBeast that he is hiring PIs to investigate those speaking up against him. Oh, fuck, boys, I'm being investigated. I should pack my thing. To be fair, I'm just reading out this information and giving my opinion on it. Like, I'm not providing any claims or accusations, so in the 1 in 10 trillion chance that something happens to me, I think I'll be okay. The rest of the tweet says that Rosanna received confirmation that individuals are being offered money to fabricate stories about her and other people, and also harassing her friends. Like, her friends are being harassed by these people that are being paid out to fabricate stories about the people speaking up against MrBeast. This is insane. This is, oh my god. Like, fabricating stories about people? If this is true, then I'm just lost for words. MrBeast is pulling from the Scientology playbook with this one. This is all just a clusterfuck of information that has just been thrown onto us, if we are to believe Rosanna. Anyways, the last thing I wanted to talk about is the situation with Chris Tyson regarding a potential SA victim named Jess, and how Chris's partner, Irit, is defending Chris Tyson in this situation. Irit alleged that MrBeast is trying to keep everyone quiet about the Chris Tyson allegations. Like, mate, there's nothing you can do. You can't silence everyone. But yeah, Irit posted a Discord message depicting everything that has gone down since Chris Tyson's departure from the MrBeast crew, as well as attempting to defend Chris against all of the allegations made against him. Which, if you don't know, you should watch my last video on Chris Tyson. Basically, this is about Irit posting a thread of tweets saying how he was the one who posted Chris Tyson's initial apology, and admitted it was trash, which it was, and how the apology was actually written by MrBeast's team, who were under pressure from executives such as Amazon. Irit was also frustrated with how Chris Tyson was kicked out of the MrBeast team due to the allegations, stating how it was unfair that Tyson was unfairly thrown out of the bus without any substantial defense against the accusations, which it was kind of over already. Like, everyone across the internet already knows that Tyson is a predator, and there's not much you can do about it. Holy shit, I sound horrible right now. But yeah, MrBeast hasn't commented on the situation yet, so I'll probably cover this topic later on when it gets a bit juicier. So, there's being friends with a groomer, and having knowledge of their messages and sexual interactions with minors, hiring a sex offender, severe neglect of human rights in a former employee, doing no background checks on a suspected kidnapper and more, offering people money to fabricate stories about people trying to spread the truth about MrBeast, and now slavery. If any of these claims are disapproved, I will be seriously impressed. Well lads, in conclusion, there is no tooth fairy, there is no Queen of England, and there is no child labour free feastable bar. See ya.